So welcome. Let's go through the deep dive into the shrine. I was unaware that they had sent this, but I guess this is the first I've seen of it, so let's go through it together. So the shrine, games crafting system, okay. Functionality of these crafting features was completed in December, and internally we began playtesting how they function felt and fit within the game. So, alright, so this is about why the crafting didn't go as planned. So, and if you want to read this, it's basically a story about what they wanted and what they had and why they didn't want it to come into Darktide. So, Vermintide to Darktide. Darktide will carve its own path when it comes to crafting, so it will not become Vermintide again. Modifying weapons rather than weapon creation. If you like lore, this is actually a good thing, because in the 41st millennia, the knowledge on crafting is kind of lost, and there's only the blueprints, that the STC stuff that they put into the machines to do stuff. They're not able to craft them directly. Well, some are, and most of them are Primarchs and shit, but, well, if you want more about that, you should actually check out Lutin, because he covers a lot of lore. So, I like this from a lore standpoint. Don't like it because, well, the Vermintide system was kinda good. I hope this will become better, but we don't know until it's here. We'll have a heavier focus on acquiring exciting items of different potential through many sources in the game. Right now, it's basically two shops, which are RNG and time gated. So this has been a major pain for many people. I don't mind it too much, because you don't need perfect gear to get through Damnation, but if they implement 6 difficulty, then this needs to be more reliable. But anyway, it's gonna be more fun to actually try what you want to try. So it's gonna be a quality of life update for me too, I guess. So modifiers, perks and blessing changes how each weapon can potentially perform. Yeah, compared to Vermintide, the stat changes were kind of minor, and you could always re-roll it to get the attack speed and crit, which was always a safe choice for basically every weapon, unless you're doing something specific, but don't need a guide for if you're on that level. But yeah, so the blessings in Darktide changes more things and have more potential for complementing your build. So, and this build potential exists today. Easily saving and loading present build that you can customize. Yeah, the weapon blessings are kind of a, well, another talent basically, and having that be RNG is sometimes not fun. If you get limb splitter on a weapon that you want to chain hits with, that weapon is kind of useless at that point. So, yeah. So, exciting hidden potential. I guess that's the reason that they have the RNG. Well, it's also filler to get the grind and get up the hours for people. But yeah. Choose your own rewards. Yeah, you get enough for if you play Damnation, you get what, 20k. So that's basically one item in the store. So, but yeah, and here we acknowledge the feedback that players desire further agency within the armor exchange. That's been a hot topic over the Steam forums and in basically every video that goes through either patches, reviews, or stuff like that, including mine. So, upcoming things then. Release new feature to the armor exchange where players can acquire any weapon type by its mark that's been unlocked by achieving the minimum level required. So, I guess that will help with getting, well, when you visit the shop and you visit it again, and if we take a look at how it is right now, visit here, and let's say I want a better cricket staff with better cloud radius and better burn, for example. I go here, and there is nothing. There's not a single staff in here. And now it's only 11 minutes, but when that updates, I may still have no staff at all here. And maybe... And if I have a staff, maybe it's one of those... Let's see if we can find a good example. Maybe it's kind of like this, where the damage is abysmal, so it's pointless to have anyway. And then you have to wait an hour more. So, yeah. So, this is how it's an example of how it may look then. And I mean, yeah. Acquiring weapons to this requisition system give profane rarity, so the grey ones, I guess. Varying item rating according to the character's current level. Okay. So only profane ones. Sometimes you buy profane weapons with good base stats just to craft them, as they're talking about here. But it's costly for the amount of resources that you need to put into them, and then you get limb splitter, for example, and then the weapon is pointless after you put in a lot of resources to upgrade them. So, don't know how to feel about that yet. To accompany these changes, other sources of acquiring items within Darktide. Emperor's Gift, yeah, okay. Occasionally received on every mission completion without any limit by time. This was previous case, so every mission you get a random Emperor's Gift then. That's a good change. Influenced by several factors, difficulty shows a mission. Yeah, I like that because that gives people reason to actually play harder difficulties instead of playing it easy just to complete stuff. Conditions and side missions completed. So I've said it before that I don't care about the grimoires and scriptures at all. After they've implemented this, I am gonna have to. So Melk's Requisitorium, that's the 24-hour shop instead, with the weekly currency. So just the amount of work each contract asks of players and increase the rewards. Well, okay. So it gets easier and you get better stuff. Because I barely checked the Melk's Requisitorium at all. I guess many people do, but me personally do not, because I don't really care about that, since I think the weapons we have right now, even the half bad ones, are kind of good enough, since it's only damnation. We need a 6 difficulty. Then I might pay attention to these kinds of things too. So, Grimoires and Scriptures collapse into single contract. That's also good. Collecting Pal Steel and Diamantine. That's also good, because that's something that you passively do all the time. Improving the quality of weapons offered by the daily catalog through the mystery acquisitions. Yeah, I tried these and got rubbish. So I guess that's also a good thing. So crafting. Is this the same as they talked about in the intro for it? Future features and content. So basically they're saying that I'm taking this, basically this they reevaluated the direction they're going with the crafting, set us up to ensure that any changes we make now in the short term would set us up for the best possible path to and synergize with future features and content. And with direction for weapon blessings and how they will fit in the future. So what I read out of that is they are not happy with the way that they're implementing it right now anyway, but they want to give us something so that the review bombing stops, which I think should have stopped a while ago. I don't think that the game is as bad as the views say, but That's just me. But I guess they want to release the crafting system so that people can enjoy it, enjoy the game. I think that's the biggest issue that many people have, that the crafting system isn't there. And yeah. So not be implementing the fuse combined blessing functionality. Okay. Instead, earning a blessing will permanently unlock the ability to re-bless with that blessing at any time. Okay. So you can pick and choose from a list that you've unlocked then. Oh, for blessings, I mean, why not? It's easier than having to click re-bless or whatever they choose to tie that with several times until you roll the perfect one, so... greatly alleviates the number of items that one will need to acquire. Not only the ability to re-bless, but what you can re-bless with. Yeah. So... less time-consuming experience, yeah. Easier time experimenting with interesting builds for your character. So basically... yeah, it's... the blessings are a part of how you build, how your build is gonna be. So this is gonna make it way easier to mix and match. Cost scaling system. Change total material cost required depending on the weapons item rating. Okay. Right. So, the crafting part then. Consecrate. That's basically the same as previously. Fine perk is still the same. Earn blessings, surrender the entire weapon to Hadron, thereby losing it in the process, so players can then select a blessing to earn the right to permanently re-bless other weapons with their earned blessing. So you give them a weapon and you unlock a blessing then. So I guess we should just save the old ones with blessings that we don't use. Re-bless. Players can choose to replace a single blessing on the weapon with a blessing of choice they earned the right to use. The other blessing that was not chosen will become locked. So, okay. It's basically yes, the same as refined perk. So you lock one, you need one good one, and then you can change the other one. And number of additional near future changes and improvements come in the next patch, which we'll be discussing our next community comm link. Oh, alright. And thanks for reading. Yeah. Alright. So I guess that's it. Overall, we get better, less RNG in the shop, and the crafting system is coming, so that's all well and good. They don't say when, or they don't say anything about that, so just have to see what they're saying. So yeah, I guess we have something to look forward to. At least it's in the work. Hopefully it's not too far in the future. But only time will tell. I'll see you on the next one.